first summer here in Harbortown, I actually lived in my van because I couldn't afford one of the condos or houses to rent. Toward the end of the summer, Charles Fraser, our visionary developer here, walked by, and I knew who he was. I didn't know if he knew who I was, but he walked by and he came up to me. I was loading up my gear, and he said, "Hey, I'm taking some guys out sailing tonight. Would you like to go?" So we went out for a midnight sail and came back in, and I kind of stayed behind to help pack up. And he said, "Hey, sit down." So I sat down, and I thought, oh, this is how they fire you. So I sat down, and he said, "Where are you living?" And I knew I better tell the truth because he probably knew. And I said, "Well, I'm living in my van behind the grocery store down at Caligny." He said, "Well, where would you like to live?" I pointed at the condos above the shops here in Harbortown, which are very expensive, very exclusive. And I said laughingly, "Well, I'd like to live up there." So the next Friday, when I went in to pick up my little paycheck, there was a handwritten note from Charles with a key Scotch taped to it. And he said, "What you're doing in Harbortown with little kids up to grandmothers is exactly what I wanted Harbortown to feel like at night. Here's a key to one of those condos. You can live up there rent-free for as long as you want."
Tell me, because I don't know, when you came here the first time, like what, obviously not here, you weren't playing here.
I was playing over there. We'll walk over and I'll show you that trick.
What's the vision behind where you started way over there and then ending up back on a stage like this where you can pack it out?
Well, my first summer here, to put things in perspective, when I moved here, there was not one stoplight between here and Savannah, Georgia. Now there's hundreds of stoplights. There were no 4-lane roads anywhere around, and it was very quiet here. There were people at night walking around in blazers and coat and tie and going to dinners and that sort of thing. And my first summer here, you know, if I had 50 people in a given night, that was a big night. But as we became more popular and people began to take notice, we outgrew the area where I was over in front of the cafe over here. Charles Fraser had a vision, and he brought me over here and built this facility so we would have a little more elbow room.